Hello, everybody! It's Tyler from Get Off Your A, and it is Monroe Day. For those of you who don't know what that is, George Monroe, he was a publisher of erotic novels. He gave a lot of money to Dal, my university, and Dal was like, okay, we'll name a building or something. And he's like, nope, give the kids a holiday. So we have the day off, so I decided to make something, and not just anything. I'm making Peking Duck. I've never had this, but it is the craziest recipe I've ever seen in my life. This is not for the faint of heart, but it should be interesting. So let's get started. The first thing you need to do is make a marinade. The marinade is actually very simple. It just involves salt, sugar, vinegar, 5-spice, garlic, and ginger. So we're going to start prepping all that right now. So the first thing it calls for is 4 cloves of garlic. And because you were using a food processor, all you have to do is make sure you take the skins off. So if you just take the palm of your hand, crush them down, it's a good way to remove skins. Just peel them off and throw them in. Okay, the next thing we need is some ginger. About 2 2-inch chunks of the root. Lots of ginger. And you just want to peel this before you throw it in. The next thing we need is 1 tablespoon of table salt. Just throw that in the food processor. Bam! Then we need 2 tablespoons of sugar. This duck is going to be happy. And then it calls for a teaspoon of 5-spice. I don't know, in Chinese 5-spice. So I'm just going to put in just like a pinch of cinnamon. Sure, why not? And a dash of clove. That looks good. I don't know. And then 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar. And this is going to make our marinade. Bam! Pretty easy so far. So we're just going to waz this up and we'll be back. Okay, so this is a duck. Oh, it's dripping on the floor. It's not blood, I swear I washed it. It kind of looks like a chicken, but it's a little bit longer. This is the tail end, and this is where the neck used to be. So we're going to be working with this thing. So the first thing it says is, if using a duck with a head, we are not using a duck with a head. So if not using a duck with the head, we have to take and close off this front little hole right here where the neck used to be. We're basically trying to seal this bird up. So there's these little fat pulley things on the side, and you're just going to kind of fold them over. And you're going to take a skewer, and you're going to pierce it through the flappy part, and then you're going to pierce it through the actual duck part, and then you're actually going to like wrap it around, and you're going to keep doing this. So you're kind of like sewing it shut. There we go. And then once you've got the skewer through, and that hole is nice and closed, you take some butcher twine, and you take it on either side of that skewer, and you tie it tight. This ensures that it makes a nice seal in the neck, and that nothing escapes, including its soul. So I'll show you what this kind of looks like up close. So I've kind of sewed it through and then tied the string around it. So that's nice and closed. Bam! So the next thing to do is work on its rear end. So on either side of the hole, whatever it's called, cavity, there's these little bits of white nasty fat. So you're just going to take a knife and kind of cut some of that off. Because ducks are plenty fatty. You do not need any more fat with a duck. Trust me. You will get all the heart problems. Okay. And now once that's done, we're going to take our marinade and stuff it inside. So it's been all blended up in our food processor, and it's a nice kind of paste. And you're literally just going to pop it inside the cavity. This is going to flavor it up while we're cooking it and torturing it today. So the next thing you need inside it is green onions. We couldn't find them at the grocery store, so we're just going to use a regular onion, just kind of cut up loosely, and some cilantro. So you just shove it right inside as well. So the onion and paste are all inside. Nice and secure. And now we're going to get some cilantro and just get a nice bunch that's about a cup full. And shove her inside as well. Duck's gonna be happy. Or very sad. Okay. So now that that's all done, now we gotta close up the back end. Now, unfortunately, the duck I got from my butcher didn't come with a lot of extra flappiness. This one still has its, like, tail on it. I can hang it up. I don't know what that is, but I'm just gonna chop it off, because, one, it's nasty, and two, it gets in the way of things, so just chop that up. And now we have to do the same thing as we did with the front, with the back. So, using our skewer, there's flaps of skin on either side of it. And you're going to close those together and kind of just sew up the back. If you want to see how to really do this, YouTube it, because I've never done this before and it's going to be mangly as days long. So, yeah. And then again, like we did before, just take some string, loop it under both sides of the skewer, and give it a nice tie there. And that'll ensure that skewer keeps all that nice and sealed inside. Okay, so the duck is all sewed up. Show you how this looks. So it's all nice and sewed and tied. The rear end is also done too, so nothing of the flavor escapes. So now this recipe gets a little weird. We have to inflate the duck. Yeah, that's gonna happen. So, it suggests the use of a bicycle pump. I don't have one, so I have another tool instead. This is a turkey baster, but I have one that has an actual tip on the end, so that I can actually insert this into, like a thing, and then pump it full, like, I don't know, soy sauce or something. So I'm going to take the end off, the bulb, and what you do is you stick it inside the duck, underneath the skin, and you blow. So yeah, let's try this. Oh, it's doing stuff. Kind of. Not really. Let's try the other end. So just underneath the skin is where it needs to go. Whoa! It blows up like a balloon! Yes, there you go. Our chicken is inflated. The weirdness continues, though. Get yourself a coat hanger. Get yourself a coat hanger, a metal one. And you want to bend the ends of it up, kind of like in a U shape. So it looks, you can't see any of this. I need to invest in high definition. So it's like a U shape. And you're going to hang the poor thing from the coat hanger underneath its wings. So you hook it up. Oh, it's like a horrible torture movie. Yep, just under the wings, and then you just need to tie it. Yep, it hangs like one of those frightening chickens you see in an Asian grocery store. It looks like it's coming to get you. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, friends, so if not sticking it with needles and hanging it from its wings isn't enough, now we're going to burn it to death. I have boiled a gallon of water, which is 16 cups, with half a cup of vinegar. And what you do is you hold the poor thing over the pot, and you just ladle this boiling water over its skin, and that's going to help, again, get that skin nice and taut. Oh, it really, like, just firmed right up. Oh, this poor thing. Happy Monroe Day! You get to die. Perhaps use a bigger pot in the future. I'm spilling water everywhere. And you just do this for like 1 to 2 minutes. You don't want to immerse the duck in the boiling water. You always want to keep it hanging. Okay, so it's been tortured probably enough. So we're going to set this poor thing aside. And now we're going to make the actual, like, sauce, question mark, that goes on the outside. So yeah, we'll be back. Okay, so now we're going to make the glaze, question mark. So take a cup of cold water and mix in half a cup of cornstarch. So just mix all this in. Make sure there's no lumps. And once that's done, you mix this into that hot water. So we've actually taken out half of it. So I dumped half down the sink, remaining half, and now I put the cornstarch in and just stir that up. And then the last thing we need to add is half a cup of honey. This is going to make it all sweet. And whisk this all till it's smooth. And then just pop this back on the stove just to bring it back up to a boil, and then we'll be back. Okay, everyone, so this mixture has just come to a boil, and it smells like sweet and sour sauce. It's crazy. We must be on the right track. So again, let's take our good friend here, and once again, pour scalding hot liquid over the surface of his body. Pour thin. Whoop. And the cornstarch has made this kind of like a thick, almost like a syrup. And this is what's going to give it the skin that nice Asian flavor. So, now that you've covered it with the goop, this cannot touch the ground again. So I'm going to rig this guy up, and you're going to be like, this is just like torture. But what we're going to do is take it, and we're going to hang it from the ceiling. You can't even see that. So yeah, I actually have those nice little ceilings that have trusses that have the trusses. So I'm actually just going to rig up something to hang it from the trusses, and I'll be right back. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! The duck fell! Cooking adventures. This happens, people. Poor duck. Still good. This is like a horror movie with like the duck like frighteningly rotating in the corner. Anyways, so now we have to get a fan. Let's hope you have one. Yeah, this is happening right now. So, hang duck away from sunlight in a cool, dry place over a walk. That works. Place an electric fan set to high 1 foot from the duck. It's about a foot, maybe give her an angle. And blow dry 4 to 8 hours. So, yep. We'll be back in 4 to 8 hours. And the horror movie shall continue. Hey guys, so it's been hanging for about 4 hours. I just got back from my hike, so we're gonna take her down and see what she looks like. So I've shut the fan off, and it actually has done quite a lot. So I don't know if you can see, but the skin has actually become more translucent. And there's like kind of spots on it now, and even the legs, like you can see, yeah, you can even see how it's darker there. So the meat's actually started to shine through, and this skin, there's like nice like air pocketies in it from where we blew it up. So yeah, looks like things are taking shape. So we're gonna put her in a roasting pan. So I actually just bought this today because funny enough, I don't actually own a roasting pan, but I went to the grocery store, and this nice big roasting pan with a nice V-rack was actually only $20. So yeah, pretty good investment. So we're obviously going to not cook it with the coat hanger on. So you want to keep the skewers on, and you want to put it with its breasts facing up. So the wings down with those skewers on. And you just want to get some tin foil and put foil around the wings of the bird and the legs of the bird so they don't burn. and you want to roast it in a 350-degree oven for an hour to an hour and a half, depending on the size of your bird. This one was 5 pounds, so it's going to be more of like an hour and 15-ish, so until the juices run clear. And hopefully we will have a beautiful Peking duck. So we'll be back. Well, fools, here it is. After roasting, oh, it's Latin. It's finally cooked. It's wonderfully black. And I don't know if you can hear this. Wait. Do you hear that? That wonderful crispy. Oh, it's just the best. So I'm going to try a little bit of the leg meat and see how it goes. Oh, it's so nice and dark. And here we go. Oh, that skin. I just want to... Oh, it's just... It's like sweet and tangy, and like you can taste the Asianness, but it's just the best. You cut this up into little bits, and you actually serve it kind of like a wrap with hoisin sauce, green onion, cucumber, and I'm making naan bread because that's Asian, I guess. And yeah, enjoy. Beautiful duck. Happy Monroe Day. I've got some friends over. We're gonna pig out on this, and like I always say, get off your A and try making this today. And new episodes every Wednesday. So subscribe for more. Take care, guys. Cheers. Stop.